I was 47 when I decided to become a stand-up comic. Now, this is kind of funny because I don't particularly like stand-up comedy. But I had been listening to a podcast by Mark Maron called WTF. And in it, he had these amazing interviews with stand-up comedians. And I found it so compelling, I decided to become one. The irony is that Mark Maron thinks that stand-up comedy is a craft, an art that you have to spend hundreds of hours, thousands of hours, 10,000 hours perfecting, and that you can't just begin at a midlife crisis. So I decided to do my first 5 minutes at Rudyard's. Upstairs at Rudyard's on Monday nights is the open mic stand-up. And if you haven't been, I would urge you to go. It's pretty amazing. I'm going to say it's the most attentive open mic in the city of Houston. Everyone's very serious, writing in their yellow legal pads, getting ready for the stand-up. And if you do any side conversation, they say, hey, you take that to the downstairs bar. We don't need any conversation up here. So there was this large black woman sitting up front, and she had the most infectious laugh. I think she was a plant. And if she wasn't a plant, they should have been buying her for free beers. So the guy in front of me, the kid in front of me gets up, and this is his first time to do stand-up. He's probably 17 or 18. And he's horrible. The people politely laugh at him, but then he does this bit about a kid with Down syndrome, and oh my gosh, you're just... And the woman in front laughs, but she chides him too and kind of gives him what for. So then it's my turn to go on, and I get up and I do my 5 minutes. Total silence. Not a single laugh. In fact, the lady in front didn't even smile at me. So I was thinking, great, it can't get any worse than this. Only one way up. And also, Mark Maron said, if you have a good first set, it's a curse. You think that they're all going to be good. So this second time I did my stand-up was at the old place right here by the Warehouse Live, and it was another open mic for stand-up comedy. But this time I thought, well, I'll say something funny to start out with to let everyone know that it's okay to laugh. And I do, and it gets a chuckle, and people are smiling for the rest of the time, but no real laughs. Well, my third outing is at the Shamrock Inn. Now, my friend, Sassy David Payne, has had a open mic, not stand-up, but music open night for the last 10 years there. And I had my CD release party there, and I've sung there many, many times. I've even run it a couple of times. We call it the Sham Jam. Well, the regular patrons of the Shamrock Inn do not like the Sham Jam. They would rather be drinking and listening to the jukebox, and they put up with us, but they talk through everything. So you'll hear what I call the din of the sham while you're playing guitar. But if you've ever wanted to play guitar in front of people and didn't want them to listen, this would be the place to go. So I told my friend, I said, Sassy Dave, I want to do some stand-up. And he thought that was funny. He said, okay, you get for 5 minutes. So I get up, and as I start, a woman at the bar, one of the barflies, yells, "You suck!" And then for the next 5 minutes, she heckles me so much that she even pulls out her rape horn and blows her rape horn at me. Well, I completely ignore her, and the crowd's in stitches. They love it. It's my best set ever. All my friends are laughing at me, and it turned out pretty well. Well, I talked to a colleague, and she said, Mike, you're not really a stand-up comic. She said, you're a storyteller. You should try out the Moth. So I did. Thank you.